friends of the world. I thought I would do a little live here and just talk about some concepts about air and when you're using air effectively and how do you know when it's working out for you. So first thing I need to do is make sure I can see your chats. So if you're in here in the room, why don't you shoot a little message that says you can see this, because for some reason I can't see your chats, which is kind of a bummer. I need to see your wonderful chats. There you are. Okay, good. Awesome. So if you have any questions about air, feel free to leave them here in the comments. No problem. And we'll be sure to take care of your questions about different things. And it doesn't always have to be related to air, but we'll try our best to get you taken care of on this session today. So the main thing about trombone playing is air. And when you know you are doing it correctly, it's when your air is being used to its maximum potential. Okay? So what determines your sound is your air. And the people that have a good sound on the trombone are the ones that understand the importance of the air and the support of the air. So when your air is not being used to its full potential, your sound may come across like this. There, I breathe through here, all right? When I played just that moment, I was going like this, and I felt it in here, and it wasn't from here. It wasn't from down here. When it's down here, you really feel it, and you want to imagine that your lungs are expanding like this, like, and when you do it correctly, when you breathe correctly, your sound will sing. It will have a very pleasant quality. I'm going to show you the example of the proper way to do this and the not proper way. So the proper way is you want to fill up from down here, you want to be relaxed, and it's almost like filling up a glass of water from the bottom up, okay? And then you want to imagine that your rib cage is expanding like this, and you want to open the throat and use the syllables ah or o, and it really just makes your sound way more pleasant when you just visualize that in your mind. That's taking in a lot of air. So you want to get in the habit of taking in a lot of air even if you don't use a lot of air. Because the more you get in the habit of taking in a lot of air, you have it there just in case you need it, which is an important thing, to have it kind of just in case. It's like if you're going on a trip somewhere, you want to fill up that car with a lot of gas just in case you run out and you're stranded on the road. The same thing when you're playing trombone. You want to really fill up the gas as much as possible just so you don't get stranded in your playing, because you may run out, you know? This mouthpiece is a Wix 6BS Heritage. You can get them on my website. Actually, all my fans get a discount. So if you're a fan of me, go to my website. You get the best price for this mouthpiece anywhere in the world. So all of my fans get the best price of this mouthpiece. And you get a special code. And you just go to my website, paulthetrombonist.com, and you can get it there. So while this air stuff is really holding you back, I can't maintain it. And now this, I was literally doing breathing exercise. Okay, I want you to read a book called The Science of Breath. If you haven't read that book, it gives you kind of like the science of how breathing is. And once you read it, you're going to have a totally different perception of how to breathe when you play, all right? So what's up, everyone? Jassy, Matt, Steven, Deadeye Number, use code Jep, Inver, Fernando. Did I get you all? Greg. Greg's teacher tells you you have a problem with trying to control the air with your throat, currently trying to work on this. So yeah, long tones are your best friend. So the more long tones you do, the easier this stuff all gets. And it's just all about going like this. You want to like learn to love long tones and treat it as almost like meditation. The more long tones you do, the better your sound becomes, the easier your air starts to work efficiently. And the more you start to do this, your lungs start to expand and you start to able to hold in more breath. For example, a lot of professional divers, when they dive into the ocean and they get used to breathing, their lung capacity gets expanded the more they hold in their breath and the more they train their lungs. And the same thing with the brass player. The more you do long tones, the more you're training your capacity and your ability to hold in more air, okay? What's the difference between the heritage and the normal? The difference is, I don't know, I played on the normal one for years. This one here, I started playing on it a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I just like it better. It just seems to slot better for me. So I'll get to one more question. Do you know what mouthpiece? I don't know what mouthpiece. I don't know what Wycliffe uses. Sorry, I don't know that one. All right, my friends. So that's all there is to. I have to pick up my wife right now. So I just wanted to go live real quick and just give you maybe a different insight or maybe just expand on some of your questions about air or whatever. And if you have not yet checked out my 30-minute on-demand improvisation presentation, I will put a link in the description here, but if you haven't checked it out yet, it's up for a limited time. We extended it to be up for a little bit longer. You can watch it for free. It's a free on-demand presentation. It's going to be paulthetrombonist.com/improvisation. And I have played Fortnite, Carlos. It's hard, but I love you guys. So go check out that presentation right now. It's paulthetrombonist.com/improvisation. Check it out before it's taken down, okay? So thank you, Paul. That was a nice short to the point video. Thank you so much, Deadeye. Any more questions, you leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to them, all right? I appreciate you guys so much. All right. Peace out.